can listen to the station live there, and we're on the CW58 and cable channel 8. All right, let me address something that Lori pointed out. We had Jeff Flake on the show last hour, and we're asking him about the immigration debate and the answers to. You've got Republicans frustrated at you, but the Democrats are happy about what you're doing. Why are we pushing this bill? We're just playing into the hands of the left by ensuring Democrat victories down the road. We know that Hispanics vote for Democrats. That's just the bottom line. Why are we doing this? Look, if they're going to push anything, then just push a secure the border bill. Just do that. Just do that. We are going to secure the border to our best of our ability. Then once you've done that, then come to us and talk about what we do with those remaining illegal aliens in the country. That's how you should do it. You go that route. Here is our secure the border bill. And it's going to take X amount of time and X amount of dollars. And here is what we're going to do. And now we've done it. Now we can talk about what to do with those who are here in the country illegally. I'm also going to venture a guess that once you do that, you go and actually start enforcing all of our laws that exist. You really probably don't have to do much of anything. It's true. The Dream 9 showed it's not that hard to go back across the border to the other side. But getting back to what Lori was saying and this idea that they go to Washington and they get swept up in the Washington politics. I've talked about this before. This elitist mentality, they buy into it. Did you see Evan Almighty, the sequel to Bruce Almighty? Okay. It actually plays a lot into that. They were trying to get the big portion of the movie, apart from God and building the ark and all that stuff, was they were trying to get this bill passed that was going to go and allocate the land that was there to a developer group, and they wanted to get him to sign on board, and it was his first time being involved in Congress and in the legislature, and so they wanted him to sign on, blah, blah. I mean, look, it's all like that. Now, I can't get into the mind of Jeff Flake. I don't know if he's been influenced or not. I am incredibly disappointed. He was one of the good guys, in my opinion, and why he has jumped on board this bandwagon and it means to what end, I don't know. He is sealing his fate in terms of politics by doing that, by turning his back on the GOP and what we should be doing. But it's so sad because I'll point to, and not just because he's my friend and he's on here every Friday, but just because of how steadfast he is in his beliefs in Frank Antinori. You know, Frank Antinori has been unwavering, and yet he gets vilified and demonized by the left, man, because he's a scary opponent in that regard, because he doesn't waver. He doesn't flake. Okay? He doesn't bend. So much so that Democrats in Arizona had to go and change the redistricting in part to get him out of office. That's the only reason why they won. We constantly bend to the left. It's not helping us. Bipartisanship is overrated, and we're losing because of it. The left never bends to us. The left never goes and says, well, you know, we really need to adopt some GOP policies. That never happens. It doesn't. And this idea that we're going to be able to win elections if we go middle of the road, it's lunacy. It's absolute. We need staunch conservatism. Stick to your guns. Stick to what you believe. What is it that you're getting out of it? Is it simply a follow the money situation? Is that what's happening? Because we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. For crying out loud, you're following the advice of John McCain? Really? This time has come and gone. And I firmly believe that's all about his legacy. He's gotten so stuck on stupid when it comes to illegal immigration that this is just, he just wants to get it done before he's out. And maybe that's the only good part of it, is that if the immigration reform ends up passing, he'll finally go and retire. Maybe that's what'll happen. Getting back to this article I have here in front of me, how dumb is the immigration debate this dumb? Princeton University, Doug Massey, talks about the history of immigration in this country, and he slices history of Mexico and the U.S. migration into 5 different periods. he contends now that the biggest problem that we have at the moment, the reason why we are in the situation that we're in, is because undocumented workers once traveled back and forth from Mexico with relative ease. Once the border was garrisoned, immigrants from Mexico crossed the border and then stayed. See, his contention is that they used to just kind of come back and forth, but then once we went and actually tried to secure the border and put the fence up and put Border Patrol and U.S. Customs and Border Protection, then we forced them all to stay. There's a big part of this that he completely skips out on that adds a ton of context to that kind of mentality. And I've talked about this before. It's the difference between immigration now and the way that immigration was when Reagan was in office. Those are just two different illegal immigrants we're talking about here. We'll get into more of this coming up on the John Justice Show. 751-1041 is the number if you want to be part of the conversation. Streaming live at the website at 1041thetruth.com. It's Right Talk for Tucson.